Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial on how to make a bustier blouse with keyhole neckline. It is very simple, and if this is what you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, first of all, what I did was to cut out my bustier pattern, and then after that I went ahead to pad it, and then this is me trying to join it together. Because I already have a detailed tutorial on how to do all of this, I did not bother showing you that part of the tutorial, so I'll be linking it in the description box so that you go check it out if you haven't seen how I cut out my bustier pattern and also how I pad my bustiers. Okay, I already have a detailed tutorial on this same channel on how to make a bustier with a keyhole neckline, but then I just wanted to show you guys this very new style. It is very simple and easier, so please grab your cup of coffee and then wait for the main tutorial, because this is just me trying to join the bustiers. So remember, like I said, you have to cut your bustier pattern, then pad it, and then join the bustiers together, okay, which is the center front and the side front. Okay, so when I was drafting out the pattern, I did not cut out the keyhole neckline. Okay, so after joining it, I'm now going to show you guys what to do next. So I am done joining it at this point. I've also done the same thing to the lining piece. So on top the table is my lining piece and then my actual fashion fabric, you can see. So right now I am done joining them, and I've also padded it. I've given the seam allowances a good press. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is fold my fabric just like this. You can see I folded it into two, so I just decided to do that on the lining piece before transferring to the fabric. Please, if you want to do this is called a freehand method. Okay, please make sure that you work with your lining first, so that if there is any mistake, you go ahead and correct that. Okay, on this lining you can see I have my neck width and my neck depth 3.5 inches respectively. From the depth of my neckline I came down by 2 inches, and from these 2 inches again I came down by 2 inches again, and then went ahead to cut out like a sweetheart neckline. This is what you can see me doing right now, and from the upper part I curved it into the sweetheart neckline. Now from the armhole I went in by 3 inches. Okay, that is what you can see right there. Now after this I'm going to bring in my fashion fabric, which you can see me trying to arrange on the table. Please try as much as possible to arrange it properly. Make sure that the necklines aligns, okay, and the side seams aligns as well, so that by the time you cut out your keyhole neckline they will be actually equal. Okay, so now after that, after arranging the fashion fabric, I'm going to bring in the lining, place it on top, and equally make sure that I arrange it properly well. Okay, so you can see I'm trying to make sure that the neckline matches, and also make sure that the armhole and the side seams matches. Now after you are done, go ahead and whatever I have on the lining, go ahead and also trace it out on the actual fabric, and then you cut out. Okay, so you can see what I am trying to do. Now from the down part, like I said, I curved it out like a sweetheart neckline. Okay, and then from the upper part I curved into the sweetheart neckline. You can see what I am doing. It is actually very simple, and I want you to understand that this is not the only shape of keyhole neckline you can actually make use of. Just any inspiration that you are using, take a look at it and then carve out the particular keyhole that was there. Okay, so now after this I'm going to bring in the lining, and then I'll make sure that the right side of the actual fabric is facing the right side of the lining, and then we are going to have to arrange it properly. Just make sure that you use your pins to arrange it, okay, so that everything matches up properly, and then you go ahead and stitch using just 1/4 inch. Please do not make use of 1/2 inch to sew this. Just make use of 1/4 inch so that it will not be too wide. I hope you understand. So I am done stitching it with 1/4 inch, and this is what the inside looks like. Now I'm going to bring in my scissors and then start to notch. Now I'm going to notch all around every part of this keyhole that I've just stitched, and please, when you are doing this, ensure that you are careful so that you won't exceed the stitches. After stitching, I'm going to move over to my sewing machine again and top stitch, okay, so that the lining could lay flat after you have turned it over to the wrong side. Now I'm going to follow the keyhole to turn the lining over to the wrong side, as you can see me trying to do. And then after that, I'm going to go give it a good press, okay. So I'm going to make sure that I arrange it properly. You can see what I am doing. Just ensure that the lining is not poking out, and then you go ahead and give it a good press. So guys, you can see what we have. This keyhole neckline is actually so beautiful. I love it, okay. I actually got the shape properly. Now this is what I have on the table. I am done giving it a good press, and now what is left of me is to turn the side seam. You can see that the side is still open at the moment, okay. Now what I'm going to do first of all is turn the neckline using my bias, okay. So I'm going to bring in a bias, and then I'm going to use it to pipe the neckline, okay. I'm not actually piping. I'm going to place it on top, which is a good part of the fabric, and then sew it inward. Now after that, I'm going to also turn the side seam just like I'm showing you right now, okay. So you're going to ensure that the lining and the actual fabric are being turned right side facing each other, and then after that you give them a good press, okay. So I'll move over to the sewing machine and do this and come show you guys what we have. So guys, I am done with turning the neckline and also turning the side seam. So this is what I have. Now let me flip it over to the wrong side so that you guys can see. Can you see? This is so neat and looking beautiful. So now it is time for me to also join the zipper allowance of the back, and then after joining it, I'm equally going to now place in my shape and join the two together, okay. So to join the two, I'm going to place either the back or the front on top of each other, right side facing each other, and then I will join the shoulder and then equally join the shape. So after everything, this is what I have. You can see what it looks like. Guys, if you take a look at the back of the inspiration, I actually did exactly what was given there, okay. So guys, as you can see, I am done creating the upper part of this particular gown. You guys, this is a gown actually, and I've just showed you how to create the upper parts. If you want me to show you how I made the down part, which is a wrap skirt, please indicate in the comment section and I'll bring the tutorial on here. So now I went ahead to join the down part to the upper part, both the front and the back. And you guys, I'm trying to now arrange it in place so that we join the side seam, okay. Now guys, to be frank with you, the most complicated and interesting part of this gown is the damper, because it came with a ruffle and it's also a wrap skirt, okay. It also came with a belt which you can tie at the back. Now that I'm done joining the damper to the upper parts, I'm going to go ahead and sandwich the wrap and the ruffles with the belt in between the back and the front, and then you can see I've marked out my shapes, okay. So after doing all of these, I'm going to move over to the sewing machine, follow the shape that I've just outlined, and then stitch it up. So you can see I'm trying to show you the shape that I've created. Now after joining the shape, I'm going to go ahead and also cut the sleeve and then fix it into this gown, okay. So after everything, this is what I have. You can see how beautiful this is looking, although I wasn't that detailed. I'm going to just bring a detailed tutorial on how I made the down part, okay, for you guys to see. I don't want this tutorial to be too long, that's why I didn't combine the two, okay. So guys, this is exactly how to achieve a bustier with keyhole using a freehand method. I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet, and please do not forget to share this particular video so that more people can get to see it. Okay, and yes, please do not forget to turn on your post notifications so that you'll be the first to get notified for whenever I upload a new video. As you can see on the mannequin, this is the full gown. I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.